Yeah. It's almost like to sing to your skin, right? Your skin has a little pore, opening. We call P-O-R-E. Singapore. Okay? Is it okay? 新加坡. Okay. Too dumb, huh? Wang Yuhong. Wen Weizhong. Is the answer too dumb? No? It's okay? You got it? But I mean, is it too easy? Not good? Compared to willing to be second? You remember willing to be second? 老二哲学. You remember 老二哲学? Wow, you forgot things so fast. What is 老二哲学? Hey, this is third world politics. We're talking about a third world country. 老二哲学, which one? Forgot already. Okay, I'm not going to tell you. Okay, you're going to be tested. Okay, please turn in this one, the 25 questions. Have you done the 25 questions? Okay. So we have Okay. So we have how many students for one group? 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 groups. That's not enough. Okay. 7. Oh no, this is. First, let's go over a little bit about current event. 林和根. Now, we just had a country having a presidential election, a third world country, yesterday. Which country? This presidential candidate who is going to win the election is the son of the former president. No? You have no idea? Very important country to Taiwan. It's in Asia. Which country just had an election yesterday in Asia? Okay. Anyone? Which country just had an election yesterday? Great Britain. I'm sorry, we don't cover Great Britain. We don't cover Great Britain. Great Britain had the election last Thursday. We had an election yesterday. Okay. Ai Erqiang mentioned it's the Philippines, right? Philippines. What happened? Who won the election? Okay, in Philippines, we know there are big families. One of them is called Arroyo. Okay, has nothing to do with the pitcher from Cincinnati Reds. Okay, Arroyo. And then there is Aquino. And then everybody loves Marcos, right? Have you heard of Marcos? Marcos' wife used to be the first lady, and she had 3,000 pairs of shoes. Okay, that's what people say. Oh, she is so corrupt. She has 3,000 pairs of shoes. So if you wear one pair a day, you need to have 9 years to finish, right? And then think about this. How many of you is willing to wear a new pair of shoes? Not very comfortable. So shoes is like car. You need braking. You need, okay, shoes, I think you have to have someone to break in the shoes for you. So to make it comfortable. So someone with the size of Mrs. Marcos' feet had the joy of trying every new shoes for her. 有没有想到鞋子还要叫 breaking 中文什么？那就试穿哦，穿一穿，穿顺它，啊，穿顺，也这样讲吗 ？Okay, so right, so she has 3,000 pairs. She has a friend who will break in all the shoes for her. Why don't we register for that? 我们要不要登记去帮她穿顺鞋子？所以你可以穿好多新鞋。But anyway, Marcos, Imelda Marcos, this Mrs. Her husband was the dictator from 1965 until 86, 20 years in the Philippines, and he finally was forced out, and she returned, and now she is running again, serving as the member of Congress in the Philippines. She is 80 years old. And Mr. Marcos, the former president, according to, at least I witnessed, his body is still there, not being buried. Okay? You can go to the Philippines and pay your respect to Mr. Marcos, who was lying there. Some people say that's not real him, but I don't know. I just watch very closely. So Marcos is a big family. His wife, his sons are in Congress. And then you have Arroyo, the current president, the lady president. She's in trouble, okay? People say she is corrupt and she has human rights violation. So after 2 terms as president, what did she do? She said, I'm going to run for Congress. So she's running for Congress, and then maybe she can become Speaker of the House, 议长. And also she said maybe she wants to be a new post called Prime Minister. That's Arroyo. And then you have Aquino. Aquino is the leader who returned to the Philippines in 1986 to challenge Marcos. What happened? He was shot at the airport by the security people of Marcos. Executed. Okay? So his wife later became president, called Mrs. Aquino. Okay, Cory Aquino. And she just passed away last year. Anyway, Aquino's son right now is running and winning the election. Why? Because everybody hates Arroyo. Marcos is corrupt, but he did a lot of things. Mrs. Aquino didn't do a lot of things, but at least she was honest, not very corrupt. But Arroyo, okay, didn't do anything, but also corrupt. Okay, so you get your pick. So example is right now we have a so that's what they said about the I think this is his name, Villa, the challenger for Aquino. And people say, oh, he is called Villarroyo. That's how you connect people. Okay, it's almost like in Taiwan. If someone is running for office, we know our former president has been discredited. So people will say, oh, Chen Changting or 谢长扁, okay, to somehow remind people about that link. So no one wants to be linked to our royal, okay, because very few presidents step down with such a low level of public support. And Philippines, you have to remember one thing, was very rich before. You know, when I was a little kid, we heard about overseas Chinese from Philippines. You know, we have to pay respect. Okay, right now you don't pay that much respect, right? You heard something, 菲律宾回国侨领. I don't hear that, you know. And then Philippines was a democracy before in the 1950s and 60s, but 70s to 80s authoritarian. And right now it's poorer than Taiwan. So this is an election, but still being dominated by few family names. Aquino might be honest, but still it's a big family. A royal, her father was the president before. The new president, his mother was the president. Marcos, you know, so still few family dominated the Philippines. So that's one country we have. And then we have another country, I think you should know, Li Mukun, Liu Huiyu, Shi Yifang. Now, which country? The president just died. And that's a big deal. I mean, it's a big country. The president just died. Not being shot, okay? That's the good thing, okay? Which country? Poland? Poland, that's a long time ago. Poland is not a third world country. We're talking about our beloved third world country. The number one country in Africa? Which country is the number one country in Africa? South Africa, that's a good name, but we're talking about people. In terms of population, number one. This is the country where you will receive a lot of email telling you they have, you know, their fathers was a warlord and then stashed some money in Swiss banks, right? And ask you to help him to release that money so that you will be rewarded accordingly if you help. Of course, that's a scam, right? Which country is this one? Nigeria. Have you heard of this country, Nigeria? You have to, okay. The population, 130 million people, okay. 130万. So I think it's about 6 times of Taiwan's population. The number one country in Africa, the president just died, okay. No, he didn't just die. He was sick for about 6-7 months. And then he went to Saudi Arabia for medical help. And the country said, well, we're not going to announce his condition. So nobody knew what happened to him. He was just being hospitalized. What do you do, Ms. Shi, if the president is not in charge? Who should be in charge? Vice president. Okay, so the vice president, we call at least acting, right, as acting president, until the president recovered. But the president never recovered. The first thing is, a few months ago, long time ago, right, last year, people said Nigerian president seriously ill. Don't know whether he can run the country, so why not have the vice president being the acting president? But Nigeria said, no, we cannot do that. Why? Because Nigerian president is a Muslim. And they already have 2 terms of a Christian president for 8 years. And they said, finally, it's the Muslim president term. But he only served 2 years. Then, you know, almost dying at the time. The vice president, in order to balance, is a Christian. So you have a vice president being Christian, succeeding the president. Then the Muslim in the north said, hey, wait a second. You know, we have been waiting for 8 years. Gosh, we're so unlucky. Why don't we pick someone stronger, physically healthier? You know, you pick someone who is must be a conspiracy. You know, the Christian must knew his health condition, right? And put him there only for 2 years, and then he died. And then the vice president, because of the arrangement of balance, regional balance from Christian South, so he became president. So now we have big problem. Big problem is this Christian vice president who became president eligible to run? Or is he just finished this and then turn back to the Muslim? Or, you know, as a president, he is entitled to run for the second time. We don't know, but at least we know this vice president has a good name. What is his name is called Jonathan. Good luck. Gosh, I want to have that kind of name, don't you think? He was a governor before, but how did he become governor? He was a deputy governor before, 副省长. But the governor was corrupt, being charged, so he became governor. And then, you know, people said, oh, you know, your home state is so chaotic. Maybe we will choose a politician from that area to calm the place. So he was picked. Good luck. I mean, now he is so good luck. He became president of the most populous country in Africa. So that's two very important developments. One is in the Philippines. One is in Africa. And then the other one, Greece. Okay, Greece is not a third world. But recently, what happened to Greece? Okay, some need help, right? Greece need help. They have debt problem. They have financial, you know, storm. They have crisis. So who is helping Greece right now? Who is helping, providing the aid? Taiwan? No. Germany. Okay, Germany is the one that help. But Germany also need one international organization to provide support. Which one? European Union has a central bank, but that central bank, sorry, it's not the same as Americans' Federal Reserve. It cannot just write money, you know, provide money, because it's a European Union. So that's why they asked Germany to help. But also another organization always helping country with problem. Like Asian financial crisis, they help. Mexican crisis, they help. Which one? We discuss a lot. IMF, right? Okay, so IMF, International Monetary Fund. Remember, they are always helping the third world country. And in order to get help, what do you need to do? Do you remember the homework? What do you need to do in order to get money from IMF? As a third world country, you did. I just turned back your homework. What do you have to do? What is SAP? Which means homework you didn't do. You copy from someone else. Huh? This is your homework, and this is your SAP. What is SAP? Did you do your homework, or did you copy from someone else? What is SAP? Okay, let me ask you. Is it here? What is it? Structural Adjustment Program. Okay, which means your government has problem. You need to change. Okay, for example, you need to cut public spending. You need to open up your market. All kinds of things. So isn't it ironic right now? Greece is being treated like a third world country, saying you need to cut support for public spending. And especially the bureaucrats cannot have such a great pension. 公务员不能太多退休金了. Okay, not a lot of holidays. So that's the reason. Isn't that strange? Germany provide aid to Greece. And Germany people not very happy, but they accept this. And Greece receiving aid, saying, oh, the conditions are so bad. So the government bureaucrat went on strikes, protest, saying, yeah, we were bad. We caused our government into debt, but how can you impose such conditions so that we cannot enjoy our lives? And you have to think of Germany, the Prime Minister, Angela Merkel, such a, frugal guy, right? Frugal woman. She dropped something during a banquet with foreign leader, and bread, on the floor. She picked it up and ate. 梅克尔首相非常节省的，面包掉了地上，国宴拿起来照吃 ，right? And celebrating her re-election with what? Potato soup. 当选连任庆祝不是法国餐哦，洋山芋汤。It's like our what? 卤巴本啊，还有什么？或者贡丸汤啊，差不多。Okay, so and here, this is a country to help spend free Greece. Okay, don't you think it's very ironic? But I thought the one I gave you is they talk about SAP, IMF, structural adjustment for Greece. It's just very much like the third world country. So why don't we demote Greece? A little bit like the British Soccer League. 你们有没有看英国足球赛？就是甲组打得不好要降级的。Okay, why don't we demote Greece to a third world country? I think it's not qualified. So we can include Greece in our discussion because Greece also had one thing that few European countries after World War II had. They had military coup. Military coup is not supposed to happen in the First World before. Okay, so that's all the three countries. Enough for the current event. So how many of you have not turned in this? Your group has not turned. 还没印. Okay. Who else? Yours? You're waiting for someone to print it out?
Yeah, or yeah.
Okay, so you didn't do the work.
Yeah, we did.
You did. Okay.
I don't know that.
Okay. Okay. So let's ask the first question. Bangkok, Bogota, Bunjapura have in common. So Wang Yuhong. Okay. Your answer is they are all capitals. Okay. Anyone want to add something to them? Can we add anything? Bangkok, Bogota, and Bunjapura. Okay. Capital of a third world country. Okay, obviously it's a third world country. Second one, I think it's the most interesting one. Egypt, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. Maybe we should have the map of Africa. Can you get the map of Africa? Egypt, Ethiopia, and Eritrea have in common. Let's try. Xu Zhijie. Yeah. What do they have in common? Eritrea, Egypt, and Ethiopia. Okay, all border Sudan and Red Sea. And so also they are all in what part of Africa? First of all, you have a sense of direction, right? 你有方向感. Okay, so where are they? Northeast part of Africa. Okay. So that's true. But what else can we add about these three? Egypt, Eritrea, and Ethiopia. Can you think of any? Okay, let me see this. You have, wow. Some student gave me one-page answer. Okay. Let me see what else. Okay, they all have a very substantial group of Christian population. What do we call those Christians in this country? Okay, there is a particular group of Christians here. Okay, some student gave me, like, let's say this answer. What else? Agriculture. I don't think we need this. Okay. Okay, number 3, Yang Lide. All those F words. I'm sorry. FLN, FMLN, Frelimo. What are they? Okay, liberation, huh? All the L is liberation. Okay, first of all, have you been liberated by your professor now? Have I liberated your thought? Now finally you're no longer being in the ivory tower. Okay, so, but from where? FLN? Yeah, you need this one. Just put it on. So we have, okay, I think this is good. Egypt, Eritrea, Ethiopia, all bordering Sudan. Good answer. Northeast of Africa, all having border with Red Sea. I'm sorry, this one is wrong. Because Ethiopia is no longer bordering Red Sea. Ethiopia is a landlocked country now, being Djibouti here, Somalia here, and Eritrea here. So very much like which province in China that is not bordering sea? Which one? Very close, but so far. So close, yet so far. Miss Xu. 中国哪一个省好靠近海 I'm sorry, but just doesn't have a coast. In type 1, we have one county, right? But everybody knows that county. That is landlocked. Which one? Nantou. Okay, only Nantou. I think that's easy. No, but in China, which one? Which province? Very close to ocean. Beijing is not a province. Qinghai, yeah. Qinghai is, I think, very far from Pacific Ocean. Guangxi. Okay. Yeah, okay. Guangdong go all the way to Vietnam. Or you can go to somewhere in Manchuria. Okay. Very close to ocean. Okay, so, but coming back to this question about the Frelimo, FLN, FMLN, what are they? From which countries? You forgot already. I mean, did you do this one?
I do number 6 to number 10.
Okay. So you share. But that's the reason I want you to work together. So, sometimes people didn't think, like, I never thought about Sudan things. Okay, so I thought that was good, right? So you're adding something. But this one is in Algeria, FLN. Okay, this one, okay, fighting against whom? If it's liberation, I want to be liberated, but liberated from whom? Algeria. You want to be liberated, right? So must be someone is choking you. Say, I need to be liberated. So liberated from whom? Who did that for your group? Who did this number 3 for you? Okay, so then you have to answer that. Okay, if your friend is not here to help you, anyone? France. Okay, liberate. FLN is the Algeria group. They want to have independence, liberating from France. Okay, FMLN is a group from where? Which country? FMLN. Some of you did this, so I have to ask. Wang Weifu. Yeah. FMLN, did you do that one? No. Someone else did it? Okay. So, from which country? Matik. Okay, Matik, that's a group. That's someone. It's like a hero. Okay. But which country is this group? Do you know? In where? FMLN. Okay, some of you got it right. It's from El Salvador. Okay, FMLN is from El Salvador. And so they are liberating from what? El Salvador is already independent. This group is in the 80s. Okay, so what? If you said Taiwan 解放军 today, what do you think we are liberated from? From China. But we don't have China here. Okay, so maybe China is trying. But in El Salvador is already independent. So this liberation is from what? They want to be liberated from the 14 families that dominated El Salvador. Okay? 家族政治. Only 14 families dominated El Salvador. 14 families is a lot, right? Compared to 1 or 2 families. But still, that's why they want to be liberated. And the third one, Frelimo. Which country? Frelimo. Frelimo. Which country? Mozambique. Okay. Liberated from where? Again, this is under colonial, right? So from which country was the colonial master of Mozambique? Make a guess. Make a guess. Okay. In Africa, right? You know Mozambique is in Africa. Okay. So which country colonized Mozambique? The 2 best guesses will be what? What would be the 2 best guesses? Great Britain and the second one? France. Okay, but I'm sorry, this is not going to be the first 2 guesses. So this is number 3. Portugal. Okay, so Mozambique, people wanted to be liberated from Portugal. Okay. Guinea, Guinea-Bissau, Equatorial Guinea. In addition to having a name starting with the Guinea. What do they have in common? 张纯俊还是瑞？不在。杨文婷。Yeah. What do they have in common? Guinea. Guinea-Bissau. Equatorial Guinea. They are in Africa. Thank you. Okay. What else? They are also on this earth. Okay, in this planet. Yeah, what else? You don't know. So how did you answer that one?
Because I didn't respond.
You didn't. You were not responsible. But don't you think you share? But at least when people turn in, you should at least look at what other people answer. If other people say, "Oh, because they all have guinea pigs," that's why they call guinea, right? Do you know guinea pigs? Do you like pig? I love guinea pigs. Do you know guinea pig? 天竺鼠. Pretty cute. You don't like? Yeah. But I don't think they are famous because they all have guinea pigs there. Okay? But what do they have? I mean, at least you want to read some, your name is on someone else. Don't you think you, on this answer, you want to go over?
Yeah, I go over, but I don't remember.
You don't remember. Okay, so what do you remember? West Africa, okay, kind of, okay. Okay, I think the answer may be one is they all would call Guinea before as well. One is French Guinea, one is Portuguese Guinea, one is Spanish Guinea. Such a popular name, right? French like it, Spanish like it, and Portuguese like it. So they all have Guinea. And if you like Africa, where are they? Ooh. Equatorial Guinea is here, kind of central west, and then Guinea is here, and Guinea-Bissau is here. So in a way, they're all kind of facing this Gulf of Guinea, and this is where a lot of oil. So maybe, hopefully, they are finding some kind of oil. But so far, only Equatorial Guinea has oil. Okay, so that's one. And the other one is, sorry, all three countries are not very stable. Almost experimenting military coup or coup d'etat in the last 2 years. Okay, so that's another one. So those are similar in terms of Guinea. Okay. What's the other one? Iran, Indonesia, and Iraq. What do they have in common? 周志勋不在，周志勋这个 group 的游惠瑜。How do you turn in this one? 胡平凯。Hey, this one just appear without students showing up. 徐小鹏. Okay, now, Indonesia, Iran, and Iraq. Okay, first of all, they are countries on this earth. Okay, so give me the second one. They all started with I know that one. Right? Indonesia, Iran, Iraq, all with I. But what else? You don't even know your answer? They're all democracy. Ooh. I think people in Iran probably will not agree with you because the students in Iran are protesting. If it's democratic, I don't think the students are protesting. Okay? Iraq, you sure it's a democracy? Well, the Americans say it is democracy. Okay, that's fine. Okay, because American is in charge, so it has to be a democracy. No. Okay, but what else? Did most of you get this one? They are all countries of what? Muslims. Okay, so most of you get that one. What's the other one? They were all important oil producers, members of OPEC before. So those are the important ones, right? Iran, Iraq. Okay. And what's the similarity of Hanoi, Harare, and Havana? 郑一涵 What's the similarity? Hanoi. You know Hanoi. Where is Hanoi? Harare, Havana. You say, oh, they are all ha. Right? But what's the similarities? What else in addition being H and A? Did you find something? Maybe I should. Did some of you notify your friend to change answers, through text message? 有没有同学你们还在印那个报告的，结果现在正在通知正在改答案啊 ？Using text message? Really? You're doing that? Oh no, you cannot change that, right? You need to turn it in. Give me that. Okay. You cannot change that. Oh, by the way, if you can use your hand and touch your cellular phone and without looking at it and text message something, I think CIA will hire you. Okay, because you can go to a meeting, right, and just secretly, doing this, and then you know which one to, like, okay, this number 2, I want to send a message. You even know which button to touch, right? And then like, you're texting Chinese, 吾or 我, wow, you know which one is 我. And then you send a text message, and people will not even know you're in the middle of a meeting. Please, if you don't know any other skill, try to acquire this one, okay? Secretly sending text message. Everyone wants to hire, especially all those high-tech company, okay? In the middle of negotiation, wow, already sending our message out there, right? Okay, so don't do that. So the answer, Hanoi, Harare, and Havana. Financial crisis, Hanoi? I didn't know that. Do you know where is Hanoi? Vietnam. Does Vietnam have financial crisis? Is that the reason we have so many Vietnamese brides in Taiwan? Because their homeland has financial crisis? I don't think so. How about Harare? Where is Harare? Harare does have problem. Anyone? Hey, you cooperating, you should know. Okay, let's try another group. I didn't know that you don't check answers at all. Where's the other group here? Okay, Liu Shuhou. Do you know these 3 countries? First one is where? Vietnam?
Yeah.
Okay, how about second one?
I forgot.
How about the third one?
Also forgot.
Third one is so important. It has the most famous cigar.
Oh, Cuba.
Oh, Cuba. Okay. So, what about the second one?
I need some hints.
Okay, this country just celebrated 30 years. The president has been in power for 30 years. He's 86 years old. He looks strong. He's going to continue to be the president because he has a young family to raise. His son is only 13 years old. Don't you think you find this kind of dictator very good? Because he is very responsible. He has young wife and young kid. So he said, I have to stay in power. I need to take care of my family. 这种好男人不多了。愿意留下来继续执政，好照顾他的孩子。Which country? In Africa, my favorite. Where? In Africa.
I think I need more hints.
Southern Africa. Would that help? Southern Africa. Okay. Everywhere in Africa you use East Africa, North Africa, West Africa, but you cannot use South Africa because South Africa is already a country. So you use Southern Africa. And this country, very close to South Africa, so they're going to have, South Africa is going to have World Cup, right, next month. So if you want to go to South Africa to have a game, you practice with this country first. You get this is South Africa. Which country is this one? This country used to have this currency. Right now it's $1 billion. 钞票已经上亿了。Which one?
Zimbabwe.
Yeah, Zimbabwe. Okay. Zimbabwe, have to remember, they're going to have some countries who's going there to practice friendship game, 友谊赛. Like warm up so you can play the World Cup later. But Zimbabwe is being boycotted by most of the Western countries. Sanctions, saying this is a bad country, don't go there. So only one country will go there to practice. It's from Asia. So which teams qualify for World Cup from Asia? Only 4 teams, right? Yeah, think of it. 亚洲哪4强去比世界杯足球赛？日本. Oh, okay. Yeah, 日本. Okay. Who else? Yeah, you hate it, but they're always there, right? South Africa, South Korea, always good. Okay. No, China didn't qualify this time. So China is as bad as Taiwan. Okay. Oh, I don't think they belong to Asia. I think FIFA put them in Europe.
You give me some hints.
Okay, this is the first time we don't have any country from West Asia. Like Saudi Arabia didn't qualify. Iran didn't qualify.
Middle East.
No, not from Middle East this time. This year, the 4 Asian team look bad. Japan, South Korea, and then there is another one called Australia. Okay. And what's the other one? North Korea. So North Korea is going to Zimbabwe to practice. They are good brothers. All being isolated. So here we have these 3 cities: Hanoi, Harare, and Havana. So what do they have in common? Yeah. Capital city of the 3 countries, right? And what else? What's the similarity of the 3 countries? I think they are considered to be, we call, the pariah before. Or countries being isolated, socialist, communist. Korea, Vietnam, at least Vietnam, and also Zimbabwe right now is considered to be, confiscating land. So socialist countries isolated before. Vietnam, of course, is no longer the case, but still, okay. So they are part of these left wing, the Soviet camp before. 叫什么？苏联集团。Okay, so those 3. Malaysia, Maldives, and Mauritius. Wow, Malaysia, Maldives, and Mauritius. 艾尔强, I purposely asked you something not belong to Latin America. Okay, so Malaysia, you know Malaysia is not in Latin America. Maldives and Mauritius. Oh, jet li is very popular in all three countries. 这样的吗？答案是李连杰在这3个国家都很受欢迎。开始讲 ，What's the No, you don't know. MA, Master of Arts. What is it? No, MA. Malaysia, Maldives, and Mauritius. Okay, what do we find? Malaysia is in where? In our map, where do we put them?
Malaysia.
In South
Southeast Asia. Where do we put Maldives?
South
South.
East Asia.
No, Maldives.
Oh,
Where do we put? Hey, no wonder you didn't pass the map test. Okay. Where do we put Maldives? South Asia. Okay. So next one, Mauritius. Where do we put Mauritius?
this is Asia.
Mauritius. Where do we put Mauritius? Some of you failed the map test, or some of you who passed the map test by cheating, so you don't know. Okay, show me you didn't cheat. Where do we put Mauritius? Sub-Saharan Africa, right? Okay, so all three, it's in the third world, we know that. But what's the most important? They are all part of the bordering what ocean? Indian Ocean. That's it? Did anyone find other commonalities?
It used to be under control of the UK.
Yes, so what do they belong to? What do they belong to? If they were former colonies of UK, so what do they belong to? 天下杂志. What is 天下杂志? Anyone know the English name for 天下? Commonwealth. British Commonwealth, 大英国协 member. Okay. And what else? Ooh, don't forget this one. They all have substantial population of people from where? From China? Everywhere has people, has Chinese people. So, well, I don't think we have a lot of people from China in Maldives. 马尔地夫有很多吗？中国人，除了李连杰去过。Maldives is very close to where? In the middle of nowhere, right? No, Maldives is closer to where? India. And Mauritius has an Indian population. Malaysia has an Indian population. Okay, so remember, some Indian population, but more importantly, Commonwealth and also part of the English-speaking countries. Okay. So we will stop here and then come back. And I just want to make sure next time you put your name in someone's homework, be sure to check it. Okay, like I sometimes serve as we call thesis or dissertation committee, right? You have student writing master thesis, 硕士论文、博士论文. I serve as part of the committee. I have to sign. And I'm sorry, I have to read everything before I sign it. I don't want my name to stay on someone's lousy thesis because of the irresponsibility of the advisor, but my name stay on that, and people will say, oh, Qin passed this, look at all the problems. So the same thing with your homework. 你如果跟同学一起交功课，看一看好吗？随便同学在里头随便写那个严正生王八蛋，turn in, okay? Right? You didn't even know. Okay, so please read it. Okay, let's take 青田，有听过青年街吗？ Okay, 青田. So 青岛青田 and the third one. 什么？怎么会是广呢？泉州。Q is 七. Okay. So this is 七. This is I. NG is this, right? So this is 七. This is 於. This is an. Okay. 全. So what do they have in common? They are all cities of China, but also street names of Taipei. Okay. So one more for you. It's also from China. Oh, Chinese love this Z, huh? So what do they have in common with all Z? They're all sleeping. So who are these three people? Zhou Enlai and Zhao Ziyang and Zhu Rongji. So what do they have in common? They are not very friendly to Taiwan. Okay. But what do they have in common? Hey, they are all prime minister or premier of China before. 都是总理哦。周恩来总理。For a long time, 周恩来 from 1949 to 1976. 周总理 27 years. Okay? And then 赵紫阳 was 总理。毛泽东是国家主席。Okay? And then 朱镕基 okay, as 总理 as well. Okay? So Q, give you another Q. So you have already been, I've given you the easiest one, right? So what's the similarity between these three? QI, QIN, QING. So what are the difference? What's the commonality? Yeah, the Chinese dynasty. Qi, 北齐啊，齐朝，秦朝，清朝。Oh, okay. Right? Okay, so enough of those. Okay, the one on Kangwan, Kyunggi, Kyungsang, the K1. Okay, we have these three, right? What are they? KYUNG. KYONG. So what do they have in common? Ms. Cho, did you do this one? But you never check? What do they have in common? Okay, I'll give you the Chinese character. Maybe that will help you. Does that help you? Oh, 3 beautiful Korean restaurants. 这个就跟我们台湾的金兆尹差不多。What are those 3? No idea. Anyone? Anyone did this part? 韩国的道 ，OK， 都 ，D-O， 道，他们叫道啊。So remember， 南都、八都 ，OK， 南道、北道啊 ，OK，So that's the one. For K, I give you a lot of easy one. 周志勋不在吗？都是别人教功课哈。刘玉兰，不在。周义杰不在。李俊德 ，OK， so how about this one? Next one, okay. We have the L. I don't like this one. This one is okay. How about this one? All the N, the 3 N here. N, Jamena, Niami, Nukshaw. Okay, what's the similarity between these 3?
They're all capitals.
They're all capitals. That's it? Come on, more imagination. They're all capital of which countries? Do you know?
First one is
Côte d'Ivoire. I'm sorry, Côte d'Ivoire is Yamoussoukro. Okay, I'll give you a hint. It's here on this map. So, can you do?
I know the second one is Niger.
One is Niger. Okay. Ooh, what happened? Just doesn't want to stay here. Maybe I'll put something here. Okay. Okay, one is Niger.
First one is Chad.
Chad. Okay, and N'Djamena is Chad. Niamey is Niger. And?
Last one, I remember it starts with a Mao.
Okay, Mao Zedong. No. Mauritius is here. Mauritania is here. So look at this. Chad, Niger, Mauritania. So 3 West African countries. And more importantly, where do we find them? All these countries are pretty big, right? But where is the capital? Oh, Chad is here. Niger, here. Mauritania, here. It's all on the southwest. Okay, so border, because north of this you will find deserts. Okay? So 3 West African countries. Don't you think they try to kind of make them look similar by naming their capital with an N so we get confused? I don't know. Maybe that's the case. Okay. 陈志玲 UNDP, UNEP, UNICEF. What are they? UNDP, UNEP, UNICEF. Yeah, and where is that 国际 international? I don't see I there. United Nations. So that's 国际. United Nations. 联合国 okay, so UN ICEF, United Nations Children's Fund, okay, UNDP, UNEP, Development Program, EP, Economic Program, no, what is it, EP, UNEP, no, more importantly, right now, this one work with 环境, okay, environment, but it's all UN organization, right? UNDP, UNEP, and also all three are very important for what part? For the third world. Okay, I don't think first world, it's very important for UNDP. Okay, UNDP very important in the third world, helping the third world country for development. UNEP also put a lot of attention to the third world. Why? The first world also care about environment. The third world cares about environment. What's the difference between first world and third world in terms of dealing with environmental protection? Ms. Chen, what do you think that would be the difference between the first world and the third world? Saying, oh, first world cares more about environment. I'm not sure that's the case, but what's the difference between first and third world? Okay, so the first world. Well, some people would say the first world already destroyed the environment, so they don't have to destroy anymore. And the third world said, well, we need to develop, so I'm sorry, we have to destroy some environment, right? Like Taipei right now, the news is what someone is begging our president not to develop a district in Zhongyuan Academia Sinica, right? So they're saying, well, protection of environment, more important. But our president said, but we are a third world country. We need to develop. No, I'm kidding. I don't think our president will ever say that, okay? So the third world country will sometimes argue, saying, hey, you tell us to protect the environment, but you already destroyed the environment first. And now you have a good life. And you say, oh, no, don't do that, okay? It's almost like all those people like me who have a lot of meat before and now asking people to say, oh, for the sake of environment, please be vegetarian, right? And people say, wait a second, I haven't had meat before. Let me at least try meat first. And then, after I have enough meat, I'll become vegetarian, right? So that's the difference. UNEP is important for the third world. Okay. Next one. Udonli, can you tell me the similarity between, let's say, Tanzania, Togo, and Tunisia?
They are all
multi-party democracies. Okay, I agree with you, even though to go is not that good, but it's okay. Okay, you all know, where are they? Where are these countries? Africa. Okay, so Togo, Tanzania, and Togo is where? West Africa here. Tanzania is here. Tunisia is here. Okay, so three countries. I think we call bordering three different seas, huh? But that's not in common. At least they're bordering, they have seashores. They are African countries. They have one thing in common is that they all have multi-party democracy. What else do you find those three?
They all have something to do with European Empire.
Okay.
Different, but
okay, so. Okay, Tanzania was colonized first by Germany and then Great Britain. Togo, France, and then Tunisia, also France. Okay, so I think that's about it. Anybody has something to add to this T? No? Nothing with the T? How about the S? Or this one? Ron, ringgit, and rupee. I think some of you might be more interested in this one, right? RAND. So what do they? What's R here? Yeah, what do they have in common? They're all currencies. Where? Which country? Okay, first of all, let me ask you, can we buy these currencies in our bank in Taiwan? You don't think so? Can we buy some of this? I think we can find few of Taiwan's bank might have rand. What is rand? 兰特. Thank you. Which countries has this one? Rand. Which country? South Africa. Okay, so I think some of the banks in Taiwan, you can find that. At least I think it's in Taiwan Bank. Taiwan Yinghang might have it. Second one, rupee. Where do we find rupee? Which country is using this one? India. Okay, you should not say India. What should you say? India. Okay, so that's an Indian accent, right? India. India has it. And ringgit, which one? Malaysia. Okay, so we have three currency here with R. 你们有没有计财系的同学？应该要对货币很熟悉啊！我看看有没有计财系的。哇，我被计财系背梗了吗？没有，还有。OK， 叶家豪不在，你看，果然背梗我。OK， Panama, Paraguay, and Peru. This is easy, too easy. Okay, Miss Lu. What's Paraguay, Peru, and Panama? What do they have in common? P, starting with a P, right? But what else? South America? Peru? South America. Paraguay? Ooh, 艾尔强. Oh, you're from South America? Okay, but do you think Panama is South America? No? What do we put South America? Panama? So in the middle, what do we call? Mesoamerica. True, there is a Mesoamerica, means in between, okay? Like Mesopotamia, do you know this one? 米索波大米亚什么的. What does that mean? 你们有读过历史吗？米索波大米亚。啊，叫什么？两河流域。So between two rivers, Meso. Okay, so Mesoamerica, between North and South America. So what do we call that? East America. No? Between North and South, what do we call? Central America. Okay, so thank you. Panama, I think people said Central America. But don't forget, Panama was part of which country before? Okay, most Latin American got independence in the early 19th century. But Panama, early 20th century. So 100, almost 90 years later. Okay? From where? Panama is connected to where? To the south. 巴拿马南边是哪一个国家？ Colombia. Remember, Panama was part of Colombia, so it can be part of South America, right? But America, in order to build a canal, encourage independence. Okay, so America, secretly encourage independence. So that's Panama. So in addition to being in Latin America, what else do they have in common? Of course, some basic things in Latin America. What else? How about language? What language do they speak? Oh, Latin America, they speak Latin, right? No, I'm serious. This is what American Vice President, okay, under George Bush, his name is called Dan Quayle. Vice President usually don't have anything to do. They go to inauguration or funeral. 他们就参加就职典礼跟丧礼. Okay, that's Vice President do. Okay, but one time, President Bush wanted to send his Vice President Dan Quayle to Latin America. He said, President, but I don't speak Latin. So, what language do they speak in Latin America? Mostly? Spanish? Okay. What religion? Mostly? Buddhist? No, don't laugh. Buddhist. Faxian went to Central America in the 4th century. Some people said they dig out something. And Faxian, remember, going where? Faxian going to where? I think going south. It's a Buddhist monk during the Jing dynasty, I think. He went to the south. 发现去取经到哪里去？南洋。The boat just drift all the way across the Pacific Ocean. I'm not kidding. People find some archaeological things in Central America. They might be related. So people said, no, it's not Columbus, but Faxian who discovered the New World. Okay, so might be Buddhist, but I'm sorry, there's no Buddhist, after Faxian. So we don't know which religion is real. Catholics, okay, Catholicism. So those are the ones that we have. And one more. Oh, I like this one. 科特迪瓦象牙海岸. What's the common? What do they have in common? 津巴布韦、辛巴威、塞拉利昂、狮子山. What do they have in common? Let's try 汉尔强, because this is Chinese, so difficult. Huh? Did you answer that one? No. Okay, but did you have someone who understands Chinese to answer that one? Your group just cannot answer that question. Okay. Who else can answer this one? 张佩琪、谢梦涵。你们两个都是谢梦。Okay, now, can you tell me what's the commonality? 科特迪瓦。狮子山. No, 科特迪瓦 is 象牙海岸. Yeah, you did that one. So they don't know. They just believe whatever you said, right? 1960. Okay, that's true. What else? But I don't think Zimbabwe got independence in 1960. So this one was wrong. Cote d'Ivoire. And Sierra Leone is not 1960. Sierra Leone is 1961. Okay, 60s. Okay, so Zimbabwe is 1980, but the former one, Rhodesia, is 1960s. Okay, so fine, 60s. But that's it's like most of us, everyone here. What do we have in common? We were all born in the 20th century, right? Okay, but what else? Hey, remember I gave you those pairs of Chinese words. Why? So what's the commonality?
They export animals.
Export animals. 狮子山 exporting lion. That's not common. English and French. Combination? No. This is mainland Chinese translation and Taiwanese translation are different. So we have two translations. One is mainland China translation. Like Côte d'Ivoire, they call Côte d'Ivoire, Coast of Ivory, using French, Côte d'Ivoire. Then we translate as 象牙海岸, right? 狮子山, Sierra Leone, they translate as 塞拉里昂. Okay? So Zimbabwe, different. But, some country, for example, 南非, we have the same translation. 埃及, we have the same translation. But a lot of countries, we do not have the same translation. So some students got confused. So they write like, Nigeria does this. And then 尼日利亚, Nigeria, it's the same country. Okay, 赖比瑞亚跟利比利亚 the same country. 甘比亚, Gambia, 上比亚, Zambia. Okay, so that's the reason I gave you this pair of different translation. Who can answer this one? Tang Xiaolan, do you know this one? Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan, what do they have in common? They all have stan, right? Kazakhstan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. Can you give me at least one thing if you did the map test? Kazakhstan, Tajikistan. They are all in Asia. But not just Asia. What part of Asia we call? Central Asia. They're all Central Asian. That's one. Second one is what? They're all former Soviet republics, right? Okay, what's the third one? I don't know whether you have this answer. They're all members of one organization. Which one? We call Shanghai. Okay. What is Shanghai? Shanghai Cooperation. Okay. 上海合作组织叫上合组织，不是清明上河图，上海合作。Okay. China, Russia, and some of these countries here. So that's all those stuff. Oh, I love this one. Nauru, Palau, Tuvalu, all this U. What do we have in common here? Nauru, Tuvalu, Vanuatu. Is it Vanuatu? What's the other one? Oh, Palau. I'm sorry. Okay, we don't have this one, but all these are U at the end. What are they? This. Miss Zhang Peiqi. What are they? Island nation where? Okay, so Pacific Ocean. Okay, now what else? What else do they have in common? Oh, Vanuatu is not there. Okay, Nauru, Tuvalu, Palau. What do they have in common? Please remember, these are all diplomatic allies of Taiwan. Can you pay some respect? We don't have a lot, okay? These are all diplomatic allies. You know, I don't know why Vanuatu would not establish diplomatic relation with Taiwan. Vanuatu should be also there, right? Because it also ends with a U. You know, so can you go to Vanuatu and say, look, Nauru, Tuvalu, Palau, they're all part Taiwan's friend. And you also ended up with an U. So you should be a friend of Taiwan, right? You should go there. Okay, so just use some of your imagination for this one. Hopefully, this is a good exercise for you. What else do we have? I think that's enough. Oh, how about this? The same thing here. St. Lucia, St. Kitts, and St. Vincent. What's the commonality here? They are all saints, right? 都是圣人。St. Lucia, St. Vincent, right? St. Kitts. What do they have in common? You don't know, Mr. Lee?
They're all situated in Caribbean.
They are all situated in Caribbean. And what else? Colonized by UK before. And what else? They are all friends of Taiwan. Okay, please remember. Okay, so we have three: St. Lucia, St. Kitts, St. Vincent. Okay. Okay, this one is more difficult, so I'm going to try someone. Let's try. 吕丽媛有在吗？邱雅轩，尹静薇 ，OK， Benin, Burkina Faso, and Zimbabwe. This is difficult. This is not BBS. This is BBZ. Okay, I'll give you a hint. I think the first answer everybody has is what? They are all in where? Africa. Thank you for that one. But you know your professor will ask you for more, right? So what else do they have in common?
They are
Poor. I think you can find more, worse than this. Okay, I think Zimbabwe is not, even though it's bad, but it's not that bad. Okay. Zimbabwe used to be the bread producing countries of Africa. 是叫什么？我们叫不是制造面包，叫什么？粮食供应。Okay. So what do they have in common? Okay, one thing is they DAHOMEY UPPERVOLTA. What's all this? Upper Volta, Dahomey, and Rhodesia. So we can join, okay, this group by having Taiwan as Formosa. No, Formosa is not good. What do we have is better? Means all this country have a new name. Okay. Benin used to call 达和美，达和美，不是打了没啊，达和美。Okay, and Burkina Faso, the country of gentlemen, used to be called Upper Volta， 叫什么？上福特，不是上福塔。Okay, 上福塔。But I think people will say Vault. Okay, Zimbabwe, 罗德西亚。Okay, but that one is so British, don't you think? If you want to become independent, you need to change your name. So Zimbabwe, very Africa. So if we want to, we call it de-Sinization. Oh, it's so difficult to pronounce this word. What is this word? De-Sinization. Ms. Zhang, do you have this word in your dictionary? I'm not sure. 去中国化 Actually, you have it? Must be made in Taiwan. Thank you.
使中国化。
哦 Sinization 是使中国 D 就是去中国化 Right? Okay. So, 它有没有 D? 没有 Not made in China. 只有 Sinization. That dictionary is made in China. Right? If you have de-Sinization, that is made in Taiwan. Okay, so if we want to do that, what do we need to change? We need to get rid of all our Chinese name. So we change, that's why we have 凯达格兰大道. Okay, 把大道 that's so Chinese, 大道之行也，天下为公. So we need to change something, right? We use, let's say 凯达格兰丁，比较好一点吧。Okay, yeah, but what is Taiwan? So that's how they changed their name into back to Africa. Okay, so those, did anyone get this one? 都没有，你们就猜，你猜到了。题目就这三个啊，还有什么？萨伊也是啊，都是一样，都是改名字的。刚果这是给的，然后变成萨伊嘛。都是改名，那你们答案都是 Africa 而已啊，有没有人改名的？ Oh, you got it? Okay, so at least, one student saw the similarity here. They all changed their name. Okay, so they just not change only this country's name. Some of the capital's name also changed. Right? We studied decolonization. You hate it so much. So why do we call ourselves 台北？我们应该改成什么？改成打狗还是什么 Okay, so here, remember, like Zimbabwe's capital used to be called Salisbury, but Salisbury is so British. So they changed to what? Harare. Right? African name. And South Africa's capital, Pretoria, so British. So what do they change? To Tishwane. 比较好听嘛 And then you feel a sense of accomplishment, don't you think? When you can pronounce African name. 你去发会念 Salisbury 这种英国名字有什么意思Harare Tishwane 这个是比较好的 What else do we have? I think that's about it. Oh, this one is the most difficult one, I think. I don't know whether you got this one. We have a royal, right? We have a royal here. And Bhutto and Makawati. What are the similarities between these three? Gloria Arroyo, the Filipino president, corrupt president. Remember this one I just mentioned? And then Bhutto, Benazir Bhutto. And then also Makawati. What do they have in common? They're all president of which countries? Philippines, Pakistan, and Magawadi 梅加瓦蒂，有听过吗？啊，是哪里？哎 ，Please be a little bit show your care about our neighboring country. Okay, we know very little about the Philippines. We know very little about another place where they send us a lot of workers. Which country send us a lot of workers? Domestic help. 我们有很多这个帮佣在从这个国家来。Indonesia. Okay, so Megawati is from Indonesia. So what's the similarity between the three? Among the three? Two things. One is they are all women. 你们有没有人达到这个？有吧？都没达到啊，没答对这个，所以他们都是3个女总统、女的领导人。OK， 3个女的领导，菲律宾、印尼、巴基斯坦，最后还有一个什么是相同的？3个人都有一个好爸爸。哎 ，OK， 啊 ，so 现在的新的总统，菲律宾总统 Aquino 不止一个好爸爸，但那个爸爸被枪决了，有一个什么好妈妈，妈妈是总统啊。OK，so I think you all have. And the last one, the student answer a good one. Georgia, Uzbekistan, and Ukraine. Color revolution. Okay, so you get an idea. Oh, please read the one I passed out here. Some of you, if you're late, you didn't pick up this one, please pick up one here. Okay, so we will go over this one next week because I forgot to print it out for you last time.